Hey guys, tonight I'll be showing you another restoration project I've just completed. This is a Polymoog 203A, and actually this video is also for Dominic, who might actually be purchasing this Polymoog. So Dominic, this is also a good overview of the Polymoog that you're interested in, and just to show everything is working here. So basically what you get is you get the Polymoog 203A, there's the poly pedal, and it comes with legs, which it's actually on right now. So it's got the legs, it's got the whole works. Anyways guys, what I did to this one is the same stuff I always do with Polymoogs. I strip it all the way down to the bare chassis, to just where it's nothing on the frame. Go through, clean it, rebuild the key bed, align the keys, rebuild the logic, anything that needs to be done in the front interface. Rebuild all the circuit boards and add the upgrades as needed per serial number. And this one's got the thermal compensation upgrade and everything for thermal stability. And so it's rock solid now as far as stability of tuning. This is actually earlier serial number. It's 591, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, serial number 591. So this is the 591st Polymoog off the assembly line. So it's a pretty early one, but like I said, it's got all the upgrades needed to make it a reliable unit. Detailed the chassis. As you can see, it's nice and shiny and clean. Got the factory wood grain on this one actually, so that looks really good. It's got a few scratches and things on it. You can see one right there, and just a few over the top of the interface there. But also I added the Voxhumana upgrade to this one, my modification kit, and as you can hear, because that's the lock. Just a great sound. And this button right here, I'll just explain that right quick. For anybody that don't know what this little button did that I just hit, when you have it like this, you have no final decay or sustain, so to speak, or decay release. As you can hear, it's actually looking for the pedal when you have manual mode. So if I go here and hit the poly pedal, you can hear it let off the pedal, and it dies out, and it's equivalent to have it in lock mode, just without the pedal. So that's really what this is right here. That's why you see me hit this on some of the presets. That's just the design of the synthesizer. Anyways, I'm going to put the camera on the tripod here, and I'll go through all the sounds for you here, show you all the presets are working, and show you some of the other fun stuff this synth can do. So let me get this on my tripod real quick, and we'll go for the video here. So, alright. So anyways, as you heard Voxhumana, we can detune that, so you get this. And that's just using just the beat, is what I'm doing there. I'm just offsetting the oscillator tuning. So that's preset 7. Preset 1, we'll start here. And you will notice some of these presets won't really respond to the poly pedal, even though it's a manual mode, because of the way the envelope generator is set up in the preset mode. But you can always edit that. I can go in here and go edit mode. Now you can hear. Something like that. I'm using the poly pedal as my sustain. But something that makes this preset here very, very interesting to me is because it has its own modulation. So if we set this up with the slow attack, we'll set it about like it is, but you'll actually hear modulation come in and then die out while I release a note. So you get something like this. And the modulation goes back down to 0. Once again, I hit the poly pedal. It's a great sound, but of course you can edit that. So we'll bring this square wave or pulse width down to 16 footage. So like this. It's a great sound preset. It's really nice. Of course, I got everything edited here a little bit. But that's preset 1. We go to preset 2, and this is like a piano. Once again, the poly pedal works. Of course, here you can hear the dynamics. Mode filter. So you get something like that. The mode filter, the slider with mode, all that is the fixed filter banks inside the top panel. That gives you your fixed preset filter, so it has its own kind of characteristic of sound. We got organ. Something like that. Preset 4. Here's your mode filter. And usually I always mix them with direct output a little bit. So you get something like that. Preset 5 is funk. Something like that. Preset 6 is where you hear the dynamics as well. Something like that, and of course 7 is Vox Humana. Preset 8 is brass. And then also you got a fixed filter for these as well. So if you go here, I mean the VCF has its own presets. If we go here, I don't know if this will be really, I don't know if my camera will pick it up, because it's kind of a really low range. It's got this really low tone to it. Preset 2 has like this wah effect. So you get something like that. Preset 3 organ has this really nice slope to it. Preset 4 as you can hear. Preset 5 it has a sample and hold. You get something like that. That's clavichord, and then 7. That's one of those low sounds. I don't know if my camera can even pick it up. And of course, you can edit these in any way. You can just go to variation. And there's cars. So example of the filter there. But also 8 has its own filter. So we can actually modify this preset here even more. This is direct. With the L film, the frequency modulation of the sawtooth. I've got the oscillators locked together, which I'll explain that here in a minute as well. So anyways, that's your presets. We'll go to variation, which this is the synthesizer mode. This is now in, everything's in variation mode. So now we're going to edit this a little bit more and just kind of show what this thing will do. You can detune the sawtooth, not in the same style as beat. This will actually go farther. So we can go. Back into the normal sound. You can actually modulate each of these oscillators independently. So we got the sawtooth, which will go here. Alright. And then here's our actual square wave or pulse wave, and you can actually control not only the L film but the pulse width modulation, PWM. So we can fullness of sound. But you can also lock the oscillators together, and this is where I was talking about earlier. So if you want to make it sound something like a Juno 106, for example, where you have one LFO for everything, you can hit this. You still got independent PWM, but it's going to lock your two oscillators together to one L film source, so you get something like this right here. See, this one control of amount is controlling both oscillators. Pitch ribbon works. The thing is, when you got the oscillators locked, though, some controls won't exactly work like you want them to. For example, the sawtooth rank control. That's going to control basically both oscillators until you unlock it, and then you got. So just some examples there of how this thing can sound. You've got the poly pedal as well, but you can do pitch bends with it. And actually, I got to set it up because I was going to show you something earlier. We'll go here, and I can control the pitch. And we'll actually go here. Let's see. The amount of your pedal by the pitch adjustment on the poly pedal. So what I'm doing here is I like to get something like this right here. So we'll go. And you can control how far that pedal goes, so we can actually get it more in, so you have more travel for less control, so you have more control over the amount of pitch that you're doing a shift in. But we'll actually show you that all keys are working. I forgot to do that, so I'll go down the keyboard here. So you can hear all keys are working. Something else you can do too, I'll go to the filter here and we'll edit this. And you can also do filter sweeps with the poly pedal. Filter has an envelope generator as well, so we can go here. We can control both the attack or the decay. And something that's interesting, when you got the poly pedal, you got a trigger mode pedal as well. So if you want to make it a single or multi-trigger, you can. Right now it's set to single trigger when the poly pedal trigger mode is not held down. So as you'll see, it'll never reset. When I hit the so you get something like that. And you can actually, you got a knob right here that actually selects it multi or single without the pedal, so you can actually kind of invert this trigger mode pedal. So right now the pedal's not held down. If I hold the pedal down, as you can see, I've just inverted the pedal mode for the trigger mode pedal. So that's working. You got a swell pedal as well, which means you can control volume. So if I go over here to the poly pedal and do this, and that's just like a swell pedal on the organ. You know, you can do the swelling effect of volume control. The filter, I'll explain the filter a little bit more here as well. So we'll go here. You can make the pedal track the keyboard. I'm sorry, you can make the filter track the keyboard. So we'll bring this up. So as you can hear. So it's actually it's using an external synthesizer glide circuit to give you a glide effect on your keyboard of your cutoff. So you get something like that. I'm just doing a pitch bend on the pedal. You got your actual. And that's the example of sample and hold or a mount. And something I like to do is I like to mix that with the actual resonators, which I haven't showed you yet. So here's just the resonator. And you got a band pass, a low pass, and you got a high pass. Still got a little scratchy slider here. I'll clean that up before it goes out. So you get something like that, but mix that with the filter. So you get all these really cool sounds out of it. Something else you got is you can split the filter. So we can go right here, we'll go split, lower. Make this do a slow sweep, we'll go here and add this to the upper. As you can hear now, and then a little bit. Same thing, you split this to the upper half and the resonator to the lower half. So anyways, just some good examples there of how this thing can kind of work together to make some really great sounds. I love the Polymoog. It's one of my favorite synthesizers. It's polyphonic. It sounds very powerful in the right hands. It's weird. But anyways, guys, just like I always say, these things are just like vintage cars. So if you're looking at buying this one, or if you, if Dominic doesn't buy it, or even for Dominic to know, these things are like vintage cars. You know, you've always got some little TLC that might have to be done to it. The biggest thing with these is anytime they show up, you got the poly cards, or the mod cards, which are internal for each key. And sometimes after they show up, you might have one or two notes that are kind of fuzzy. You know, it'll have this really distinct kind of sound, or it won't have any dynamic control. It'll just be like this kind of really thin sounding waveform. What you have to do is you have to open up the boards. I've got a video on this, and I'll link it to this video. But you have to take those out and just reseat them, and it's fine. It should be perfect, and you'll be good to go. But anyways, guys, I just want to take a quick minute and show this off. And Dominic, once again, if you purchase this thing, I'm very Happy it's going to you, and I appreciate all your patience with it. I know you've been asking me a lot of questions and emails. I've been trying to keep you updated here, but really at the end of the day, it's good to always see a good video of what you're looking at. And anyways, guys, once again, another Polymoog is out of the grave, and it's saved from a dumpster, and there's more on my table. So anyways, guys, y'all take care, and thank you all very much for watching and all the support, and there'll be another video here soon on something else. Take care.